No, Pika. Now is always the right time. I mean, don't live your life in regrets. Your head's full of stuff anyway, so it's just, I don't know where your mind goes when you say stuff like that. Welcome back once again. It is time for the Comics Coffee Table. That's right. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. We hang out. This is the Geeky chill stream. I hope you've come to make part of your day. Thank you so very much for tuning in. On Sundays, we do a new release review. I will go through the stack of funny books that I bought, like on Wednesday. And tomorrow's episode, we will go through the menu of new releases, which are available to us. So there's a couple of days a week that we can just really, count on like two very consistent things revolving around the new releases of the week. The big thing for me here is, I'm a comic book fan. I love floppies, periodicals, these serialized tiny magazines that were once available for pocket change at eye level with a small person. A small person could have 2 quarters in their pocket, 2 quarters and a dime. That could mean you could have a juice, or you could have an issue of Daredevil from your corner store. The market's changed, but these characters remain, and comics have remained. So far, they've been going on for about 90 years. These modern superheroes mythology, that's like America's contribution to world mythology in a way. That's the way I see it. I like to see things in a positive view, or how we can contribute to history. And these American archetypes and myths, I think, are quite a contribution to the world's story. Indeed, I heard a good line that if your body was like, or your brain was like a computer, then your software, software are stories. How our information is organized and filed, I guess. Isn't that cute? I like that. And this is our Comics Coffee Table. We leave the real world over there for a couple of minutes. We pull up a chair with our friends. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. The live chat premiere is always hopping, full of great people, always full of new faces that are welcome, so chime in. If you're unable to make the 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern premiere, leave a comment in the comment section. Keep this comic book shop-style conversation continuing. Isn't that great? Marvel-style alliteration for the win! Love it. I get charged up. I got a Pikachu on my shoulder. Indeed. You see, the coffee table was always where my friends and I would hang out, shoot the breeze, and just hang out. There would always be a stack of books on the coffee table. There would always be a stack of movies on the coffee table. Oh no, Sully picked out Dracula movies again. Not again. There'd always be a stack of video games on the coffee table, Exactly. This needed a boot disc and a spring. This is a Japanese import. This is so much fun. Oh, man. I mean, what intellectual properties, how are you fulfilled and satisfied? I am as a Dragon Ball fan, I'll tell you that much. Oh, and music. There would always be a stack of music on the table, too. What is this? It's an audio cast recording of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson with a slightly lenticular album cover, CD cover there. Can you see that? That's lenticular. They do that to comic book covers as well. And foil covers and die cut covers. And yeah, I love comic book covers. Yeah. I'm a comic book fan. And hopefully you are too. Even if you're not, welcome. Learn a little bit more about comic books. Become a comic book fan. There's always room for you. It's not about gatekeeping. It's about coming into this pre-existing space and being like, this is how the physics work on this world. I think that's agreeable. Don't you? And if not, then why? I'm listening. Comments. Live chat. Entrez-vous. Ici avec nous. All right. A lot of this show has to do with using our amplification of our truths. And this is my agenda. This is my messaging. This is my activism. I'm also an ordained minister of independent faith, Reverend Sully. This is my pulpit. This is my evangelism, and this is my message. Get thine ass back to thy local comic book shop. And while you're there, gosh darn it, won't you buy your supplies while you're there too? Seriously, we could be getting our supplies from our online supply chain. I could be getting these supplies at a discount, but how is that helping keeping my local comic book shop open? It's just as important to be getting our supplies at our local comic book shop, our LCS, the mom and pop brick and mortar shop in our village square, and in our driving distance, or whatever it is we get there. Just get there and get your supplies there. I am reboarding, rebagging, and reboxing my entire collection this year, and I need supplies. Don't you? I mean, so I'm getting bags there. I'm getting, the boards are somewhere. I will see them in a minute. I'm getting boards there, acid-free boards. I'm getting boxes. I'm getting short boxes this time. And what I'm doing is because this is one of my long boxes, all right? And the contents are safe, but I mean, check it out. I mean, this long box is almost 20 years old, at least 15. All right. Okay. This side's blown out. You know, the corners. I've also tried to tape it. There's some duct tape on there, and a little masking tape to support the duct tape. You know, duct tape is like the Force. It's got a light side, a dark side, and it binds the universe together. Look at the stains on this thing. Yeah, we've all heard the story of how my homebrew blew up in my closet. It did, but the contents were safe. Yeah, and so we just need new boxes. That's kind of simple. This box has done its job. I need a new box. Here we go. You will be recycled. Indeed. Oh, here are the boards. And acid-free boards. Yeah. And I get all these supplies, and I agree to pay the markup, the retail markup, because that's an important part about being a consumer and knowing where and how to spend our money. I mean, I could be getting a discount at the online supply chain, the free shipping, and the built-in movie network. You know which one I'm talking about. Or a big box store. But that's not helping keeping my local comic book shop open. They're very near and dear to me, and I hope they are to you too. They are the fulcrum of our culture as comic book fans. YouTube is doing a decent job. I mean, but one thing I think YouTube is lacking is the common ground that the LCS provides. You are literally in someone else's space. You should watch your behavior and watch what you say and mind your impact on others. So even if you feel a way about something and a few other people are the other way of yours, I mean, it could be an opportunity to learn how to interact with others and learn information, especially from your opposites. They could be holding on to some information that you're not aware of. And once that is part of your thought matrix, you're like, oh wow, that didn't even occur to me. I mean, like, I'm grateful for that interaction with my opposite. I mean, replace your attitude with gratitude. That's a big part of my life. Ha ha ha! Awesome. Well, let's get to it. Let's get organized. I got boxes. I need more supplies. I definitely need more short boxes because are most of these are bagged and board. We've done we're living the life. We're fulfilling the promise. We're bagging, rebagging, reboarding, reboxing the entire collection. Some of them are doubled up, and I'm just what will be the fate of these? Who knows? Who knows? What does any of us know about anything? We come here for cosmic conversation. But we've already done these. We've talked about them, and we've seen everything that's in this box. But what we need to do is just get down to business. And here's something that I noticed in the back of the it's around here, an arm's reach. It's a new release. Is this the Donna DC primer? Okay, coming soon under the tutelage of James Gunn, the auteur that has brought us the Guardian of the Galaxy trilogy and a bunch of his own other movies. He's done the Suicide Squad. He's the new DC movie czar. Okay, and there are some movies coming up, and this one is called Page to Screen. It's the DC Essential graphic novels that are being suggested here for the upcoming movie releases that James Gunn has made his big announcement for recently. There are 6 titles here, and one of them are the comic books that are in my hand right here, right now, that we're about to rebag, and maybe we should, look up and see how much they go for now, because if this is going, well, the Overstreet book, the 52nd price guide, would reflect last year's intentions. This was new information. So maybe, just maybe, the speculative price and value of these funny books has risen considerably. So these are the 6 DC Essential graphic novels, Page to Screen. No confusing with the new Power Girl identity. Apparently, Karen Starr, our friend from Earth 2, best friend of Helena Wayne, the second generation after the... She wants to be known as Paige now. Well, her name is Kara Zor-El to begin with, but there's already a Kara Zor-El on Earth Zero, or is it Prime Earth now? I don't know. I like Earth Zero the best, to be honest with you. Earth 1 was great because I grew up in the Bronze Age and in the Copper Age, but the Copper Age isn't Earth 1 anymore. It's just Earth. DC, that's the DC universe. And but yeah, here we go. Batman and Son. We got those. We looked at those already. Creature Commandos. Okay, Wonder Woman, Paradise Lost. The Authority Book 1 they're suggesting. So they're not suggesting any later incarnations, with more accessible characters that they might be profiling. They might be offering us the original Authority. That would be interesting. But in my humble opinion, the Authority is Wildstorm, and Wildstorm works best in its own universe. I mean, the DC universe is pretty darn crowded, especially its Prime Earth. When you consider, we have all the, the Charlton heroes here. We have all the Fawcett heroes here, all the quality heroes here now, and now we have all the Wildstorm characters, which was a robust universe to begin with, and had it's their own versions, so to speak, of Superman, and in 3 or 4 different forms too. I mean, it's a big archetype, and but to kind of like dovetail the Authority into the DC proper, it's never worked for me. Oh man, remember in the New 52 when we had to put in when the swap was made to take Cyborg out of the Teen Titans and away from Beast Boy, and in this new reality we have Cyborg being one of the founding members of the Justice League, taking the place of Martian Manhunter, who got transferred over to Stormwatch in the new 52, with this dovetailing of including the DC universe and the Wildstorm universe into the DC. And we have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, written by my favorite Tom King, which I also hear, if you're interested, if you know the story of John Wayne or the Coen brothers remake of True Grit, the U.S. American Western tale of revenge, this is it. I hear like a retelling with a superhero skin. Booster Gold 52 pickup. Someone is exploiting the ravaged time stream, hoping to eliminate the world's greatest heroes, and only Booster Gold can stop them. But really, Booster Gold? Why him? Now he must make a choice: reclaim his former glory, or do the right thing and forego the credit. It's for $19.99. Writers are Jeff Johns and Jeff Katz. The artist is Dan Jurgens. A lot of good, and it's a soft cover. It doesn't say what it collects, so let's look it up. We can look that up, can't we? Booster Gold 52 pickup. Well, Peek, if you did your job before the show and looked up these show notes. 52 pickup. Okay, let's look at the Amazon page. And not. Its hardcover goes for $20. It's paperback for $23.97. That's interesting. Oh. This was initially released on May 20th, 2008. And it says it's from School Library Journal, the editorial, grade 7 and up. And it's 160 pages. And has a grade level from 7 to 9. And that's interesting. And it's gotten some decent reviews. 4, 5 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Lots of good reviews. And Booster Gold is the first storyline of Booster Gold Volume 2, originally published in 2008. So this was done during Countdown. Number 37. This went for $3.50 in October of 2007. So some great covers here. But yeah, so if this is one of the ones we got to keep an eye on. I mean, well, let's look it up real quick about. And here's the book. And seriously too, I mean, we use these two books. There are links in the description to its online supply chains pages, but you can try getting these at your local comic book shop as well. They should have this on the shelves, of the trade paperbacks and graphic novels. Look it up. Ask your staff. Do you have the Overstreets, and can I buy them here? Or can you order me one and I can buy it here? That works too, And, but yeah, my parents got these books for me for Christmas last year. So this season's dedicated to my parents. I like to say that every show, hopefully. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Mwah! And so this season's for them. And, but yeah, these are great books. The Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics. Like, I brought this to brunch the other day. I bring this and just read it. Like not just like it's before we get into the book itself about Booster Gold 1, like I read the opening parts of this. Like that's where I left off. And I read 23 pages. I'll start it from the beginning and just read it again and read it again and read it again. And just I'm getting my head around the point scales and the things to look for while grading comics. I'm not a speculator, but it's a new aspect for my lifelong hobby that I never gave it much thought. Now I kind of do. And now I know what to look for when it comes to, we call them dings. We could see dings And I have moderate spine roll here. So moderate spine roll is a thing. I'd like to know if like you have to count every single crack as a defect, or is moderate spine roll just a certain level off of the number? So I have questions. I love, I have questions. I don't know everything. Part about being a good know-it-all is knowing how to look shit up. Seriously. I mean, that was like something my Auntie JoJo instilled in me. I mean, it's just like, sure, smart is smart, but real smarts is, knowing, how to look things up. So here's a dictionary. Here's a thesaurus, and here's the Encyclopedia Britannica. It was the 20th century. We didn't have the internet yet. We didn't have a wiki. We had to be our own wikis. People called me the Google with shoes. They would like call me for trivia answers. I'm serious. I mean, it's just this is what Sam Austin, 1860, something like that. Okay, I think we're here. I'm glad I did not bring my glasses trying to read. I was like reading with this thing, like literally at the bar, going like this. And because it's better than reading with the glasses, because it's like, I think it's worse to read with the glasses if you don't need them. Okay, so this would be worth $5. Yep, but I'm not a speculator. This went 47 issues from October 2007 to issue number 47 in October of 2011, the new 52. Yeah, and so the big parts of Booster Gold here are the amazing covers. Like we was talking about covers. Covers, help sell stories. I mean, these covers shouldn't be lost to time. I mean, it's more of like we have our heroes. We have Booster and we have Skeets. Skeets is as little as his droid companion. And once again, who is Booster Gold? Why is he still white after he's been, didn't Donald Faison play him on TV? And that means now it's just like, is that what it is? I see. No, I mean, that's, I think, oh gosh, modern argument. That sounds like an online argument. Okay. I'm reading this from the dc.fandom.com/wiki. That's right. Michael Carter, alias Booster Gold, was born on December 29th in the year 2442. Using the technology he stole from the 20th century, Michael became a superhero, saving the life of the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan, in his first adventure. This act rewarded him with instant fame, which he cashed in on, becoming quite wealthy. Unfortunately, Booster's manager stole a large amount of his money, leaving him only with a little. And Booster was his football nickname, and he was trying to be someone named like Goldbug or Gold Star, and the president accidentally called him Booster Gold, and that's what stuck. And I wonder which president they would use in a reboot, because this is steeped in the 1980s, the mid-1980s. Booster Gold is like one of the first big original DC characters to come out of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Let's see. I am in for like his first appearance is Booster Gold #1 from 1986. Booster Gold Volume 1, Issue 1. Yeah. First appearance is Dirk Davis was Booster's agent. Mm-hmm. And his assistant Trixie. Aw. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So Booster was often teamed up with Blue Beetle, who came over from Charlton Comics. And this was the Ted Cord Blue Beetle, and that happens in J.M. DeMatteis's Justice League, and Keith Giffen and Kevin Maguire. All those wonderful, wonderful comic books. We haven't even opened it this end. Look at it. I love the ads. Look at this. Action figures in the Bruce Timm style. Let's look at the Indicia Colophone. Booster Gold, number 1. No volume number 2, by the way. I just keep thinking about that. Like, okay. 2007. You know we like looking at ads? So it starts off like a copy, like an issue of 52. Which is funny, because it's being released during Countdown as well. So it's like it's literally 8 weeks after 52 stops. Week 60, day 1. Which is kind of cool. Great art though. Layouts by Dan Jurgens, finishes by Norm Ratmund. Great. This is really good superhero art. He's got a Legion flight ring. That's right. And here we go. We have the the decompressed version of his origin. And the most current Justice League of that time. Oops. Arsenal had become Red Arrow by that time. Hawkgirl should be in that mix too, I believe. Yeah, see the R on Roy's belt buckle? That's for Red Arrow. I have good things to say about Derek Jeter as a Sox fan, but I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about A-Rod. We used to call him a more... It was the 20th century, so we used to call him a bit more... It was like, you would get in trouble for saying that and canceled on Twitter for the things that we called the Yankees back in the day. Here's a real one, though. This happened... It's because I was there, and I'm the one who said it. You never say anything about a player's kids. But I'm the kind of person that, like, if you tell me what not to do, I'm going to do it anyway. But do it in a style that may or may not get me into trouble. So here I am. I'm on the third base side. Late innings. We're like really close to the front because, the game's going on. People leave. And, we kind of resettle into new seats as the game goes on. And I don't know if that's a local thing, but people do that, right? And we're so close to the outfielder. I'm like, hey, Swisher! Nick Swisher. He's in the outfielders of the Yankees at the time. I'm like, hey, Swisher! I hope your kid brings home C's on his next report card. He looks right at me and just like, look in his face like, I don't know whether to smack you or to laugh. But you don't say shit about people's kids, but it wasn't like... The whole thing was, it was a joke. It wasn't saying shit about his kids. You know what I mean? But it was like, he looked right at me and gave me a face like, fuck you, guy, kind of thing. Like, but I'm like, welcome to Boston. Mass holes. That's what I heard we are, right? Okay, but hey, look, ads. Alien Syndrome. For the PSP, the Wii, and PlayStation and Sega. Speaking of, and there's Booster Gold playing a video game as Supernova, and during the New 52 days, week 61. Or was that like his dad? Yeah, that's like his. There's a his ancestor Daniel, and So yeah, apparently this is. I like these last pages too, like this teasers. Week -8. Wow, look at that. We don't know where we are and when we are, and we see Brainiac 5 there, and a dinosaur. We got the 31st century and prehistory. What is going on? The final crisis. The final crisis. That's so funny, huh? And oh, look at that. We got Aquaman in his camouflage blue wave outfit. I hear that Jason Momoa is going to have this stealth outfit in his upcoming Aquaman movie. But yeah, okay, and look, because we're not advertising the competitor at this time. This is before Marvel got bought by by Disney. I think they're already owned by Toy Biz though. But here, yeah, that's a video game ad, and it's like superhero content. So of course, that's like fine. Oh man, I love this Jurgens Rapman art. It's just so good. So yeah, I would totally tell you, hey, yeah, go get this trade paperback, and there's a lot of this. Here we go, a TV show. It's on over on ABC Family. Is there an ABC Family network anymore? No, but that slacker cats. Who's reading our publications? Maybe someone like that. We got our Indicia Colophone page with the house ad and the editor's thing, where that's cute. Bandidio. And we have a video game. We have a DVD ad for Zack Snyder's The 300. Also, a Frank Miller graphic novel. I love. This is what I do with the bags. I've made this mistake several times in my life. Please don't, you know what I mean? Take it from me, kids. Don't be like Uncle Sully. I take one bag. The thing's ruined. I mean, seriously, look at that. You need a new bag. You deserve a new bag, and you're getting doubled up too, son. And I take an old bag, I stuff it, and I put it to the side instead of putting it on the floor. And see, yeah, of course, we have dings, plenty of dings. This is Countdown Week 33. And what is that? It's some kind of stain, some kind of food stain. I eat while I read my comic books. It could be ancient barbecue sauce. Maybe we can turn this into a scratch and sniff cover. I've heard those exist. But here we go. Look, Sinestro, and this is like really cool art. But, okay, look at more. Let's look at the ads though. Okay, look at this. DC Comics, in conjunction with NBC Sports and the USA Network, bring you the Do Tour. It's 2007. X Games, Extreme Sports. Where's my hernia truss? Oh man, seeing the Jackass crew today, it's like I'm glad they're still mostly all friends. That's nice because they did a lot of shit together, and they had some shows. It's like an American version of Monty Python, but for MTV morons in a way. And I'm not putting down MTV morons. I'm one of them. And here we go. We're boarding. We're rebagging. We're reboarding. And eventually, I need a couple more boxes to just bust open. One piece of tape. I need more boxes, and that's it. Yeah. And slowly, we're gonna get through this box. We'll be covering more Booster Gold on Thursday. Why? Tomorrow is new release day, and we go over the menu. Maybe we can do both. Why not? I need to, it appears we need to ignite the midnight petroleum, as Data would say, right? Thank you so very much for tuning in today. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. The turkey's done, huh? Yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on those notifications, be part of this comic book shop style conversations. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. Join us in the live chat premiere and also contribute in the comment section. Continue this comic book shop style conversation daily. Indeed. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.